Hi everybody, welcome back to Love English and happy Easter!
From the beach!
Yes, how exciting is this? This is Bournemouth Beach, it's a very pretty place. Lots of places study English here.
Absolutely, so with such great weather we took the opportunity to come down here to film a very special Easter lesson for you.
Yes, it is an Easter lesson, guys. This is why we have the bunny ears on. We're not that crazy.
So we're going to explain in a moment 5 idioms related to, well, eggs and one related to a bunny.
Yes.
But first we thought we would just briefly explain what we do here in the UK and actually throughout Europe to celebrate
Easter time. Yes, exactly. Now, Easter time is the time of year that Leila loves because it's the one time of the year when she can eat chocolate for breakfast and it's okay.
I know, the rest of the time people they have an issue with that. I don't know what is wrong with chocolate for breakfast.
So it's a tradition in England and I think across most of Europe to give each other chocolate eggs, which we call Easter eggs. And these are very popular, particularly with children.
Yes.
Who like to eat many, many chocolate eggs.
Children.
And usually they're quite often sick.
The whole idea behind the egg, there is some religious symbolism to this. Obviously, it's the idea of rebirth.
Yes.
Referring to the resurrection of Jesus in Christianity. And that is basically why we celebrate here.
Yeah, so if you are a Christian, Easter time is a really important time for you. And you will go to church at this time of year. However, we celebrate Easter even if we're not a Christian.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then, of course, what's about the bunny, Sabra?
So,
why do we have the bunny at Easter?
The Easter bunny is the one who brings the chocolate eggs to the children. And in some families, your parents might hide the eggs around the garden or around the house for you to find. Get the kids running a little bit before they eat all those calories.
Yes, absolutely. Burn them off.
Yes. Now, we're going to give you 5 idioms now related to Easter, so with eggs and rabbits. The first one I have for you is to egg somebody on.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, now this is where we encourage somebody to do a bad thing. So for example, Leila is always egging me on to eat more.
Eat more chocolate. You need the bigger ice cream, Sabra.
This is what she's like.
Very bad.
We encourage them. Usually it's to do a bad thing. It's got a negative connotation.
It does, yes. You could egg someone on, come on, yes, go on, knock on that person's door and run away. Those kind of things.
If it was a really bad thing, you might encourage them to steal something, like, go and steal that chocolate bar.
Terrible, and none of you would do that.
No.
The second idiom that we have for you is to teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
Very strange.
Really strange.
Who would do that?
It's definitely an advanced idiom, guys, because it's a little bit complicated. To teach your grandmother to suck eggs basically means you are teaching somebody to do something they already know. So for example, if I went to Sabra's house and she was cooking paella, I might say, oh, Sabra, you need to add a little bit of this and stir it like that. And she knows.
I'd be like, I'm the one with Spanish blood. You have Iranian blood. Don't tell me how to cook a paella.
Yeah.
So the third one is to walk on eggshells. Now this is where we need to be very careful around somebody about what we say and what we do, that it doesn't upset them.
Yes, they might be particularly sensitive.
Yes, they might be a bit
stressed.
touchy. So we have to be like, oh, don't mention that to her. Or you might say, oh, it's like walking on eggshells with her because you feel very nervous that you're going to upset them. If you think about it, to walk on eggshells, you're trying to walk without crack. Yeah.
It's usually impossible to do. Great. Now, number 4 is a lovely one and a good piece of advice as well. To not put your eggs all in one basket.
Yes.
Now, this basically means that you should give yourself lots of different opportunities and choices. So, choosing just one thing, for example, if
don't invest everything in one thing.
Yeah. So you had a great example actually. Sabra had a good one.
So if you're a single guy or girl and you meet somebody and you really, really like them, but you're not sure about them, you're just early stages of getting to know each other, but you decide, no, I want to be with this person, I'm not going to speak to anyone else, I'm not going to date anybody else, just you. People might say, oh, be careful, you don't know them yet, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yes.
Give yourself options.
There are plenty more fish in the sea.
Oh.
You would know from Leila's previous lesson on sea idioms. Okay, so next one we have, right, we love this one.
Oh.
This is very themed
ready?
for us today. So this is where, if you're driving at night time in the countryside, it's quite common that an animal might jump out in front of the car, like a rabbit, for example. And when this happens, the rabbit will look a bit like this. Because it's very shocked. So the
Or a bit
idiom.
squashed on the road.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Okay,
Can't
sorry.
talk about squashed bunnies at Easter time.
Or with a vegetarian, yes.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
so it basically means...
the idiom is to look like a rabbit caught in the headlights, to be a rabbit caught in the headlights. And it's where you look very shocked or very worried about something. Something has completely taken you by surprise and you're like, oh, what?
So, an example that you guys might relate to is when you go to school or college, wherever you study, and your teacher gives you a surprise test.
Yes, you might be very worried about that and might be very shocked. Not a good thing.
Right, let's review those very quickly now. Number 1
was to egg somebody on, to encourage
Come on,
somebody to
do
do a
it,
bad
do
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Number 2 was to teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
Yes, to try and to tell somebody how to do something that they already know, to patronise them really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number
Next
3 was
to walk on eggshells.
to be careful around somebody that's particularly sensitive or
Yeah.
stressed so you don't upset them.
To have to worry about not offending them. Exactly. Yeah. And next one was
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
don't bet or invest everything on one thing. Not a good idea.
And finally,
To look like a rabbit caught in the headlights.
we've done that like 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that is it from us.
Yeah, that's it from us for today. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Don't eat too much chocolate, or maybe do. It's Easter time. Happy Easter, everybody. We'll see you soon. I think we're going to go and sunbathe now. You got your bikini, Lola?
Yeah, it's on the beach up.
See you later.